Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name's Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to bring you guys some more Marvel Champions content. Today, we're going to be playing an Ant-Man Justice build and fighting against Dark Beast. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. Hey everybody, welcome down to the table. Super excited to show you guys the deck that I have for you guys today. As I mentioned, I'm going to be playing an Ant-Man deck, and I'm pretty excited about it. Now, I've not played a lot of Ant-Man. In fact, I just got him last week, so I'm pretty excited to just keep testing him out and learning more about him as I play. Last night, I built a deck that fought Crossbones quite often in a Justice build, and it seemed to be working out pretty well. This deck centers around drawing as many cards as possible. Start that process off, I have one way or another that allows me to draw in 3 cards, even though I'm bringing in a side scheme. Now, lucky for us, we're playing Justice, and Ant-Man is actually pretty good at dealing with thwart and dealing with schemes, so we don't have to worry too much about whatever side scheme comes into play. But just in case, I have brought in 3 Lay Down the Laws, which are fantastic for him because he's flipping so often that it really makes it super easy to get 3 threat off of a scheme pretty quick. Also bringing in Running Interference because I like the idea that it tags into his Avenger trait. And as we go farther and farther along in Dark Beast, it becomes a more and more powerful card, especially when there's so much threat that needs to be removed. Last but not least, I'm going to be taking in Clear the Area to ensure that I'm getting to clear off some thwart and close it out and hopefully draw 1 extra card off of it. If in the right turn, I can almost get 4 cards drawn off of in 1 turn. On top of that, if Skilled Investigator is on the table, I'm able to get a 5th card. It's almost a brand new hand for me, which is super exciting to see in a game like this. Now, if I am clearing threat off that often and making things work well, I like to bring in Waylay. It is a new card that came in Jubilee this last year, and it's been so much fun to utilize in this deck. It almost pairs really well with Giant Step. Next, I brought in a couple of Stealth Strikes because I just noticed as I was playing last night that it would be nice to have a few more times where I could do a little bit extra damage. And so bringing in Stealth Strike allows me to do that and hopefully remove a little more thwart as needed. Now, every good deck needs a teammate to kind of help come along. And so I brought in a couple of allies with me. I've got Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is nice. He can come in and either do some extra thwart or just hit really hard as needed. Gambit, because he really helps me out getting through the encounter deck, as well as I just love Gambit. It's a great card. Honestly, I've yet to see a time where Gambit was like, oh, you were useless. He actually either helped me with either pinging off damage or doing some big hits as needed, or taking care of some thwart in different decks. He's just a solid card in general. I brought in Ironheart with the mentality that I'll get to draw 1 more card with her. Plus, she's a nice little chump blocker or does some ping damage as needed. Helpful card in general. And the only Justice ally that I brought was Eros. And I thought that was just an interesting pick. I've never really used Eros before, but it gave me an opportunity to see a 2-cost ally come in. He does do 2 thwart if I need him to, and he might be able to confuse a couple of minions, which could be helpful in the long term. Just in case I'm not able to keep up with the threat for whatever reason, I also brought in Heroic Intuition. Just add on a little bit of attack of extra more thwart removal to kind of help keep things going. And last but not least, I brought in a team building exercise, which works pretty well with his kit because he has a lot of tiny and giant, so it allows you to play cards in strategic in different ways. Twin Carrier to be able to do a little bit more if I need to in the resource area. Giving me a wild resource is going to be huge, and it works well with Avengers, so it's always nice to have one in Avengers kits. And then, of course, I brought Power of Justice and the triple doubles. I'm excited to see how this deck works against Dark Beast. Hopefully it'll go pretty smoothly. But let's shuffle things up and see where we go from there. All right, everything's shuffled up. We are ready to go. Let's give this match a shot. I'm super excited to see how things turn out for our friend Scott Lang in this fight. We are playing Dark Beast. He has Sauron tied into his deck. We also have 3 environment cards to deal with as well. Let's see what the wild randomness of a die brings us for wild cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Blue Area of the Moon is what we're starting off with today. Fan-freaking-tastic. Actually, I'm a little nervous, but that should be fine. So, that is half the fun. I don't like Savage Land the best, but we will make this work. So let's get it shuffled in there nice and neat. See how well this all shapes out for us. Blue area of the moon. So the thing we'll have to deal with that's special is it's going to damage us. So we need to make sure we're staying healthy quite a bit. Would like to get almost my helmet in play right away if I possibly could. So I don't know if I might just want a hard mulligan for that. See what comes into stock and go from there. But yeah, when you guys play Scott Lang, what is your favorite way to play him? Would you have chosen Justice for this matchup? All right, we are all shuffled up. Don needs to go out of the way. Going to mark him as ready and draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. I think I will toss Stealth Strike. Draw one more card. Waylay. Okay. Very cool. We have lots of fun choices we can make. I think the very first and wisest choice is it's team building exercise onto the table. That'll help us get some random cards as we go throughout the game. We're going to hold on to Waylay, I think. We're going to flip up to Scott Lang. From Scott Lang to Ant-Man. Giant. We'll take a point of damage. Ooh. But I want the nice ability to be able to draw a card. Flip down to Ant-Man. Move this threat instead. Then the pin particles and the energy. Get Spider-Man onto the table, who will get +2, do 4 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Champion, so unfortunately I couldn't use team building exercise on him. Because I used pin particles, draw a card. Got me another pin particles in my hand. Okay. Leaves me with an option to do an attack or the thwart. Might as well attack him for 1 while I have a chance to. At 10. Not a terrible turn, just not how I would have wanted to approach it when I had some good cards in my hand, but we'll see what happens next. Let's go ahead and draw up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. I think 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a great hand. We're going to go into villain phase. So this goes here. Ready our guys back up. He's going to attack for 2 plus a boost. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take it. 2, 3. Gets us down to 9. We'll then have him do an encounter card. Take 1 damage as well. So we're at 8 because of the blue area of the moon. All right. Evil Alliance. Search Nemesis Each nemesis in play activates against you. If no nemesis activated this way, place 3 pursuit counters on pursued by the past. All right, that's exciting stuff. So we might get our nemesis in sooner than I anticipate, but that is good to be aware of. That is not a terrible start. Okay. Whew. And that should be it. No, that should be at 1. Awesome. We are in. All right. Oh yeah, perfect. That's the case. We're going to go ahead and have Ant-Man go to giant form. I have these pin particles in our hands, so we want to make sure we're using it correctly. We're going to go ahead and pop the pin particles. Play clear the area. It's going to heal us 2 points. It's a 10. Draw us a card, because we cleared that off as well. Leaves us with Lay Down the Law. We've already changed forms this turn. We clear off a scheme, though, so let's go ahead and use the power in all of us and Lay Down the Law to play Waylay. Does 7 points of damage. Gets him down to 3. And then we'll use Team Building Exercise to get Giant Strength into play. Way it's out of our hand and can be helpful in the long term. Now, he would have taken a point of damage as well when we flipped up. At 2. We will go ahead and exhaust Miles Morales. Do the final 2 points of damage onto Mr. Beast there. Where things get tricky. Now we need to choose a random one of these. We've got a Savage Land and a Genosha. Gonna go ahead and roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Savage Land is added in. He gains Retaliate 1. Be conscious of that. Start milling our deck when he attacks us. But we can live with that. Now we're going to shuffle in these dinosaurs to our deck. All right. Kind of fun to deal with dinosaurs in the long term. Genosha's going to go out of the way. That's the scary part, is now we've got an extra encounter card, so we don't know what we're going to end up with here. A lot of bad things could happen all at once. All right, but the good news is we can defend for 3, which is super duper helpful. So now we are at 18 on his health dial. I'm going to go ahead and attack for 3. This didn't pop in until later, so 7, 6, 5. He's at 15 health points. Because he has Retaliate 1, go down to 9. Kind of glad we had Miles Morales attack ahead of time, so now he's still alive to do either more fun stuff or some other stuff. Or defend for us. He can either defend for us or he can make one more attack. So we'll ready everything back up. We're going to draw up to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. This is going to go up by 1. There should be an encounter card for us as well. Beast is going to go ahead and attack. 2 plus. Think. We'll have Miles Morales defend for us. 2, 3. Miles is dead. For your service. Didn't attack me, so the ability doesn't kick off. Attacked my ally. We get an encounter card. I have Sauron. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Top 3 instead if Sauron is in play. Each resource icon discarded this way, you do the following. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. Discard 1 card from your hand. Deal 1 card, 1 damage for your identity. Exhaust your character. Okay. So we have a mental. Discard 1 card from your hand. Running interference. And the other one. It's another mental. Oh gosh. We're gonna discard Army of Ants. Do the following. Okay. Wow. All right. Then we get this fun obligation. Okay. Which means we're going to get crazy shenanigans here in a second. Awesome. So, your turn begins. Discard the top card of your deck. Place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past for each printed resource icon on this card. This goes up to 4, which kicks off a pursued by the past. After you flip to this side, search for your nemesis minion and reveal it. Yellow Jacket. Search the set aside area for your nemesis side scheme. Reveal it. Treat each printed text box of each tech card as if it were blank. Cool. I don't have any tech out right now. Coin. Okay. Shuffle the rest of it into the deck. All right. If it wasn't already bad enough, our nemesis is here. Can't really do much about drawing nearer at this point in time. You don't have to worry about things being guard. We should be able to take out Yellow Jacket pretty easily. I don't have any tech down right now. Not too worried about it. Okay. So we will resize. To draw a card and change forms. led us into a lay down the law. Okay. So flip down. Clear thread off of here. Because we just flipped. Feels like a waste, but oh no. Oh, it does. I don't have thwart as one of our things. Feels like a bit of a waste, but we'll spin the genius. If I lay down the law. Go ahead and get this cleared off as well, just so it's out of our way and the annoyingness of it is gone. Flip back up to giant form. Do a point of damage to beast. And then we'll attack for 4 with giant strength and take out Yellow Jacket. He has retaliate 1, but it doesn't matter because I just took him out in one swing. So, and beast doesn't give me any damage because of that. So go ready back up and draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I don't mind a one way or another. I bet I can live with that. And we might be able to lead into a nice waylay, especially since we're drawing into good hand cards here. Okay. Dark Beast gonna have his thing go up by 1. He's gonna come in for an attack. Let's defend. For 2, 3, 4. I take a point of damage. And discard the top 3 cards in my deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Counter card time. Aha. Dark Beast attacks you. Give him an additional boost. This is why we defend it. Okay. So, 2, 5, 6. Golly. Okay. We are down to 2 health points. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. I have 2 lightning resources. And I have to be in tiny for that. So, I have 2 fifth resources either. I do have to discard the top card of my deck, which is a resize, which is such a nice card. Go here. If I do one way or another, I don't know if I'll be able to handle any threat out. Would have loved to pull that one back out because I could handle that real easy. Have to thwart for Waylay to kick off. I have to go down to heal. Can't really attack him anyways. One way or another, the safe card to play right now is the question that's coming around, because I can draw 3 cards with that. I think we spin the Waylay and one way or another to get Ironheart onto the table and draw a card. Got us a Giant Stomp. We flip down to Scott Lang. Take a health point. Discard the Risk Gauntlet. Get rid of Drawing Near. Ironheart, if she were to attack, would just die right now. Go ahead and have her clear off that threat. Drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Dark Beast's turn. First things first, this goes up by 1. Gonna scheme for 2, 3, 4. Get an encounter card. Card active. When revealed, resolve the special ability on the settings environment. Okay. That's not the worst that could. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's my turn. And we kill him this turn. If I flip up, do 1 point of damage there, then do another point of damage. That's leaves me at 12. Oh my gosh. I think I can. We're going to try that. I think I can beat him this round, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to flip up to Giant. Which will do a point of damage to Dark Beast. Ironheart's going to die, doing another point of damage to Dark Beast. I will then use Team Building Exercise and Heroic Intuition. Need one more card. And Field Investigator to deal 8 damage to Dark Beast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I flipped up to Giant form, my Giant Strength kicks off. And is going to do 4 points of damage to Dark Beast. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is how we defeat Dark Beast with Ant-Man. That was a crazy game. I played a couple of rounds. This was probably my 5th time doing this match today. But it ended up being the last time. And I learned a lot as I played a lot. Ant-Man himself is pretty powerful. I like his damage that he can do. I like that he has these cool abilities that makes him stronger as he becomes a giant. And then he gets these cool little ants that do some ping damage along the way as well. I like that team building exercise works really well with his kit. And I like just how powerful in general he is. We would have taken... We've got another one more life. That's He can take off a lot of threat and deal with some crazy nonsense that way as well, which is great to see in the long term. But it's good to know that Ant-Man almost seems to have an answer for every situation that he encounters. I wish that in my kit I had a way to deal with stunning and confusing a little bit better. I probably need to add in some athletic training or something to that effect to make that work well for me. I feel like the deck was still a little rough around the edges because there was times that I felt like I needed more thwart, but the last time I played it, I felt like I needed more attack. So it just kind of gears based on the needs of each of the villains you're encountering as well. Dark Beast in general is just hard. He's a difficult encounter, but that's one of the reasons why I like him. And then Sauron on top of that makes it an even more challenging encounter as well. Overall, I'm looking forward to playing another match with Ant-Man, and I think I might try to do my next video focusing on him being in a different aspect. But I had a lot of fun trying him Injustice, and we'll see what happens next time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. As always, my name's Jason Sketch, and next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.